Hey folks, this is Billy DKY, the truth seeker that simplifies and demystifies. This is going to be my weekly series, Lies and Half-Truths of the Bible. And this is going to be the third video in the series. I've been doing a lot of bumping head with Christians in my daily life and I keep coming up against it. And today, this week I had a revelation that really reconciles me with Christians. And this is the difficulty I have with Christians. Following God is the goal, not following the Bible. You know, a lot of Christians think it's about following the Bible, and it's not. It's about following God. So my goal in these videos is to remove the stumbling blocks that keep Christians from following God. And in general, it doesn't matter if you follow the Bible or not. As long as you're following God, that's all that matters. So anyway, let's do a quick review of last week. Last week we talked about what the Bible is. In short, it reveals two things: the minds of the people who wrote the Bible and the events that were happening during the biblical times. That's it. That's pretty much it. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. And this is a revelation. I don't think I said it last week, but I'm going to say it anyway if I have. The truth is strengthened by questions. Lies are weakened by them. So when I question the Bible, I'm not disrespecting God. In fact, I'm honoring God by removing blocks that keep people from following God. You know, everything in the Bible is not true, and that's what I'm trying to point out, that the book is not sacred. It should not be put up on a pedestal. And what you really need to be doing is focusing on following God, not necessarily believing everything the Bible says. Okay, so let's get on with this week. This week we're going to discuss a specific topic that I remember hearing and reading from the Old Testament. This comes from Deuteronomy 7:6. For you are a holy people to the Lord your God. The Lord your God has chosen you to be a people for himself, a special treasure above all the people on the face of the earth. Well, right there I underlined or highlighted in blue, above all of the other people. That's really an arrogant statement to say that God's chosen you above all other people. You know, I mean, what does that do to everybody else? That pushes them down into a lower place, and that's not the way God really works. You know, God really wants everybody to work together and to come together to accomplish a bigger mission. He doesn't go around picking favorites. And like I say, in short, God does not ever play favorites. So what's going on here is, well, let me go a little bit more into proving that God doesn't pick favorites. What parent picks one child over another? And I'll tell you what kind of parent does that. A bad parent. Now, as a parent, you may have a child that you have a stronger connection with just because the way the genetics and all and the personalities. However, it doesn't mean you love that child more than you love the other ones. It just means you have a different connection with it. And likewise with and since God is the ultimate parent, God would never choose one child over another. Likewise, God wouldn't choose one species or one people over another people. So in that section, that makes God look like a bad parent, which that's unacceptable to me. So I have to confront the lie that's being told in that verse. And again, I don't disrespect God by pointing out the lies of the Bible. In fact, I honor God by pointing them out and removing the stumbling blocks that keep people from following God. Again, it ain't about following the Bible, it's about following God. Here's what I know. All races have special gifts and limitations. And like I said before, we're not here to say who's the best. We're here to work together to accomplish God's bigger plan. And like I said before, in short, God doesn't play favorites ever. Okay. So I've told you what that verse isn't, and I've pointed out the lies in it. So what's really going on in that verse? What does it really reveal? And remember last week what I said? The Bible reveals the minds of the people who wrote it and some of the biblical events that are going on at that time. So it's real simple what's going on. Basically, okay, before I say what's going on, I need to point out a disclaimer. First of all, I have a sprinkle of Jew in me, so what I'm about to say isn't talking about, wait a second, let me say. First of all, I have a sprinkle of Jew in me, so what I'm about to say is talking about my own people. This isn't anti-Semitism, it's just the facts. Jews are extremely intuitive people with pinpoint accurate intuition, which Einstein clearly points out. However, with each gift comes an equal challenge to overcome. One of the Jews' biggest challenge is arrogance, which is clearly shown by the statement in Deuteronomy 7:6. You will see this theme repeatedly throughout the weeks as I commentate on the Bible. Okay. So the Jews had a problem with arrogance. Where does arrogance stem from? It stems from ego. What is ego? Ego is a sense of self. The ego seeks out ways to feel important. This is why the Jews were more than willing to accept Moses' words, because it exaggerated their sense of self. It's like talking to a chick and telling her, oh, you're the hottest, oh, I want you more than any woman in the world, blah, blah, blah. Yes, she probably knows you're lying, but however, she wants to hear it because it is like honey to her ears. You're stroking that ego. So, even though it sounds good to you, you shouldn't buy into it because it hurts you in the long run. And people say, well, the Bible is the most popular book in the world. Why do you think that is? Because it strokes your ego. It strokes your arrogance. It makes you put you up on a pedestal that you should not be up on. So, and what I've said before is things that are popular are typically lies and liars. You know, if somebody goes around telling you the truth all the time, you're going to hate them. Somebody goes around telling you what you want to hear all the time, guess what? Oh, you love them. Look at like grandma's chosen little grandchild that tells her, you know, he's always stroking grandma's ego and he can never do any harm or no bad. So just because something's popular doesn't mean it's right. Typically it means the opposite. In short, the Bible's popular because it coddles your ego. Okay. If you would like to know more simple, let me start that over. If you would like to know simple and easy to understand principles that actually help you grow, that actually help you follow God without screwing you up, I have several links in the information section of this video that will help you do just that. And you should, if you want to know the best one to go to the one that says Following the Way of Growth. In there I have 9 principles that actually help you follow God without putting anything in your way from following God. So do not underestimate it because it's simple or because it's only 9 things, because it doesn't take much to follow God. Okay. If you want, and like I said before, if you want to watch last week's episode, just click the video in the video response section, and if you wouldn't mind, please rate. And until next week, later folks.